This is Nami from JustOneCookbook.com. Today's recipe has been requested by many viewers and blog readers for quite some time. You might wonder why it took such a long time for me to share. One of the reasons is that bread making takes time and I'm a busy mom, so it was hard to find time to test the recipes. I also asked my followers on Instagram and Facebook to see if they wanted a stand mixer version or hand kneading version, and more people requested hand kneading version. In the end, we filmed both versions because I know many people want to try this recipe. I hope you enjoyed today's melon pan tutorial. If you did, please give it a thumbs up and share with your friends. If you're new to my channel, remember to subscribe so you won't miss my new recipes. Thank you so much for watching me cook today. Happy cooking and see you guys soon. Bye!